back to the most professional sports channel on YouTube. Welcome back to Swivel Chairs Forwards. I'm your host, Zach Birtle, here with my host today, Aaron. Go and say hi, Aaron.
Hi.
Alright, please make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy our content. Other than that, let's go ahead and get into it. So, in this video, we'll be talking about the upcoming 2024 NFL Pro Bowl and why it is a complete joke at this point. It's officially been announced, all of the alternates for players either sitting out or the players that, made the Super Bowl and, deservingly are sitting out because they actually have another game to play this year and aren't just sitting out because they lost in the playoffs before they wanted to win. Sorry, this is really getting under my skin. I understand the Pro Bowl means nothing. I get that. But by these players not, accepting these honors, going to the Pro Bowl at least, you're getting players that are replacing them that have no business being there. And I think it yes, the Pro Bowl's already tainted to an extent, but doesn't this just make it an even bigger joke? Like, that's kind of my whole thesis here, is that the Pro Bowl has become such a joke that they are literally putting the 10th best quarterback in the AFC in the Pro Bowl, as opposed to the top 3, top 4, top 5, whatever,
So you're telling me you think Gardner Minshew is the 10th best quarterback in the AFC?
At best. Probably. If I had to guess. At best. Like, I just yeah. So, for those who don't know, Gardner Minshew, the backup quarterback at the beginning of the season for I said Baltimore Colts. That's a while. I wasn't even alive at that point. The backup quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts ended up getting promoted to starter after Anthony Richardson went down. He has been announced as one of the replacements for, so there's two AFC quarterback replacements. C.J. Stroud, deservingly so, absolutely. That is a quarterback who should be in the Pro Bowl. He should be there. Other one's Gardner Minshew. The two they're replacing are, I believe, here's the AFC. Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes. Now, Patrick Mahomes is in the Super Bowl. He's got a football game to play. One that, some consider to be the most important game of the NFL season. I don't know if you're in that boat, Aaron, but I am. Whereas Lamar Jackson, his season's over. So C.J. Stroud would have presumably replaced Patrick Mahomes. But now with Lamar Jackson choosing to sit out, even though, unless he has an injury, and I want to make this clear, if he has an injury, then by all means sit out. But assuming he is not injured, by him sitting out, we now have Gardner Minshew in the Pro Bowl. Gardner Minshew is officially an NFL Pro Bowler. On the NFC side, Brock Purdy obviously sitting out. Again, he's got a game to play, folks. Dak Prescott sitting out, really? Why? Because you lost in the first round of the playoffs? Are you a little too tired from that ass whooping Green Bay give you, buddy? Like, what the hell? Why are you sitting out? There's no... You're lucky you're in the Pro Bowl with the pitiful playoff. I know it doesn't matter. Playoffs don't matter. But you should just be happy you're in the Pro Bowl after that pitiful playoff performance. Alliteration.
Ooh, alliteration.
That's right. Alternate for him.
Pitiful playoff performance by Prescott.
Exactly. You're darn tootin'. Baker Mayfield, Geno Smith, both in the Pro Bowl this year. And I love Baker. Shouldn't be in the Pro Bowl. Other quarterbacks sitting out, I didn't mention Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford, he's been dealing with injury issues for the last 3 years. That's one I will excuse. And I mentioned earlier, if there's injury issues with any of these players...
He's also like 40.
He's also like 40 years old. He's been to 1 million of them. You know, Dak Prescott. Hey, buddy. I don't know how many Pro Bowls you got left after this year, pal. I know you had a great regular season, and Cowboy fans can be all up in my business like, oh, what do you mean? He was MVP candidate. Yeah, that's great and all. Go win a playoff game, buddy. I'm sick of these players that sit out just because their season ended a little earlier than they wanted it to. You know, these players who, by all imagination, probably went into the season, oh, I'm not going to be in the Pro Bowl because I'm going to be in the Super Bowl. Well, guess what, pal? You're not. So get up, dust yourself off, stop crying about losing, and go have some fun. Like, for fuck's sake. I'm sick of, like, some other replacements include, I actually don't really mind any of the others outside of the quarterbacks, but that's really what this video is kind of centered around, is the fact that these quarterbacks who, 5-10 years ago, I didn't see Peyton Manning sitting out the Pro Bowl whenever he lost to Tom Brady. I didn't see Ben Roethlisberger sitting out the Pro Bowl because he lost to Tom Brady. I didn't see any of the AFC quarterbacks miss out on the Pro Bowl because they lost to Tom Brady. Tom Brady. Tom Brady I saw sit out a lot because he was usually in the Super Bowl, but other than that... Oh, this video's went off the rails. Do you have anything else to say about the Pro Bowl?
I maybe have some solutions.
I would love to hear solutions.
So we've got, a lot of these veteran, older players sitting out, right? Whereas typically we've got some of these younger players. Just make it the Rising Stars game,
Ooh.
First 2 or 3 seasons in the league, you can be invited to play in the Rising Stars game. Teams get to see, and fan bases get to see some of these players that, maybe they don't get a lot of playing time because they're on a stacked team.
Yeah.
And they get to see some of their young guys play. Maybe we do like something with the practice squads, sort of shine light on some of these guys that, put in the work, and maybe give them an opportunity, maybe next season because it's somebody like what they saw in the practice squad game or whatever you'd call it. And then the other thing I kind of thought was make like a version of the Senior Bowl, have some of the guys coming out for the draft come out and play that way. You're not having like the Pro Bowl here that, is sometimes hard to find. Maybe not everybody pays attention to it. Just make it the Senior Bowl, show it right there where the Pro Bowl should be. Yeah,
no, I don't. And again, this is all based off the premise that apparently the stars in today's age are too good to play in the Pro Bowl. I like all those ideas. I mean, much more exciting than watching a bunch of I love Gardner Minshew. I love Baker Mayfield. They're both probably in the Pro Bowls because they were huge fan favorites this year. I would think that's probably got a lot of reason to do with why they're there. But talent-wise, they just don't deserve to be there.
How about this?
Okay.
Biggest game of the year, most exciting game of the year, the Super Bowl. Why not have before it the Toilet Bowl? The 2 worst teams in the NFL play each other.
Oh, for the number 1 draft pick. Number one draft pick on the line. I love it. Yes.
Well,
yes.
I mean, maybe not, because that would sort of incentivize them to suck and lose, but maybe just sort of like a fun thing. 2 worst teams in the NFL.
Yeah, they got to get something, though.
Oh, maybe the winner gets the number 1 draft pick.
Yeah, the winner of the game? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay,
yeah. No, I'm not saying the loser. Oh, did you think I meant... No. No, yeah, the winner gets the number 1 draft.
We're going to punt every time we touch the ball.
The winner, I think the winner... That would be cool. The winner of that game gets... And then it also disincentivizes tanking to an extent, because it's like, I mean, if I'm the worst team in the league...
You got to play another game to get the number 1 seed.
Yeah. So... No, I like all those. I like all those ideas. Again, based off the premise that players don't want to play in the Pro Bowl anyways. You might as well get rid of it at this point because it's just a waste of time. But you got to at the same time you have to replace it with something. So why not? Shoot, call up the NFL. NFL, if you ever need any ideas, call up this guy right here. He's got them all. But unless you got anything else, I think that'll do it for this episode of the most unprofessional sports channel on YouTube, Swivel Chair Sports. I've been your host, Zach Circleberg Burkle. We have to go stay, Aaron. Go and say bye, Aaron.
Bye.
All right. If you enjoyed this bitching and moaning and complaining about the Pro Bowl, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you didn't, make sure to like and subscribe. Other than that, deuces.